All right, here we go. Hi, guys. This is Jimmy Williams, and thanks again for tuning in for our live webinar at 7 o'clock. We started a few minutes late, but nevertheless, we're here. We wanted to make sure that everybody can hear and all that good stuff. And I appreciate you coming on to see what we have to offer. I do have my student, Lisa, right here with me, and I've been with her a little while now, and she's just dynamic. She's powerful. And the reason I brought her on is because, you know, with my programs in the past, I haven't really had someone live on the spot who actually, you know, who's in my program, who can vouch for me, who knows exactly what my program's all about, right? And so, you know, as a coach and a mentor, I seek after trying to help you, to pull the best out of you, to help you decide where you want to be with real estate. And some of you guys are not called to real estate, but if you are, I want to do the very best that I can to help you get to that level that you desire to get to, and you don't have the inspiration from other places. You don't have the mentorship. I want to be able to hone in and help you. It's not going to be, you know, a sprint. It's going to be a marathon. I always say that to you guys. And the reason I have her here is because we have, you know, some skin in the game together. We've done cold calls together, and we've done some things together. And, you know, you need to know that you're not going to be by yourself. Okay. So let me just tell you a little bit about my background, where I come from, so you know about me. As you can see, I started this group. If you guys have been following me on Facebook, about 9 months ago. But I just started the Real Estate Institute about 2 months ago. But before I did this, I was in the business loan broker business. I did business loans. I was helping, you know, any kind of construction company or mom and pop shop, any kind of company that wanted fast funding, I did it. And so I stumbled upon real estate about 3 years ago by accident. One of my master mentors, he actually, you know, he saw one of my ads on Craigslist, and I was, you know, I put an ad out there. I was looking for someone who needed a commercial loan, you know, because we did multifamily properties. We did loans for those too. And he called me out of the blue. He said, "Hey, Jimmy," he said, "listen, I saw your ad, but, you know, I think you'll be good at what I do." I said, "Well, what do you do?" He said, "I do multifamily." He said, you're doing okay, but the big money, and he said, "you need to transition over to what I'm doing, because you're doing okay, but you can do much, much better." And I was like, well, will you teach me? And that's how I found my first mentor. So I stumbled on him. He actually saw one of my ads. That's why I tell you guys, advertising is important, whether it's free or paid advertising, because you don't know who you're going to meet. And from that point to this point, you know, he taught me all types of facets of how to find good off-market multifamily deals. And then he started teaching me all about, you know, land trusts. And he taught me how to vet the buyer and how to vet the seller, and, you know, what's a legitimate proof of funds and what's not. And so I realized that what he's doing as far as helping me, I wanted to do the same thing. That's why I got into mentoring. So, you know, we did a couple of deals. We did pretty well. And then, you know, my wife and I had debts we had to cover. And we had, so basically when you make money, you know, when that money comes in, you have to delegate, and you have certain responsibilities. So in doing all that, you know, we had months where we didn't do anything. Okay, we had high months, we had bad months, but I understood something about mentorship. He continued to mentor me and show me what to do, and that kept me focused. And that's the purpose of what I do here. I help bring the best out of an individual to help them and keep them going, because, you know, again, if you realize that it's a marathon, not a sprint. When you have 2 or 3 bad months, you know, I will be honest with you. When I had 2 bad months in a row, I felt like I wanted to quit. Well, guess what? My mentor wouldn't let me quit. And that's what I bring to the table here. I'm going to go over some of the things that we offer. But the most important thing I can tell you from all of this is you'll be able to have me one-on-one to talk to you. There are a lot of good programs out there. And I'm not one of the guys to bash other programs. I won't never do that. Why do I want to do that? Because if you do bad, if you put bad out there in the atmosphere, what's going to happen? It's going to come back, right? And I've had a lot of bad come to me. Sometimes I felt like I didn't deserve it. So I'm not going to willfully go put down other programs, you know, because they're a lot more expensive or whatever the nature is, just for you to come here. But I will recommend, I always do, Lisa will tell you this, I typically recommend anywhere from 5 to 10 mentors, you know, because you need more than one. Because some of them just can't dedicate the time. And so I'm here to help you not give up on yourself. And with this program, what you're going to find out is I'll put in as much as you're willing to put in. If you put in 100%, 110% intensity in your program or into your business, I'll match it. If you want to put 50% in there, I'll match that too. Now, one thing you got to know about me, and Lisa will tell you, I am a high energy guy. I like to move and get things done. So if you're negative and you're down, it's going to be hard to work with me. But if you have a mindset, to push and really make things happen for your business, I'm never going to give up on you. I'll never do that. But I can only help by virtue of you helping yourself and wanting to do that. So with that being said, I'm going to get into this really quick. I'm going to introduce Lisa right now and have her just say hello. But before I get started, Lisa, I just want them to hear from you. You can just tell them a little bit about your background, your story, and how you met me, and your experience with the program.
Okay, I have been in this business I tried wholesaling. I've been in this business since October of 2018.
Mm-hmm.
I hadn't met Jimmy yet. I got stuck with a whole bunch of gurus, and they wiped out my credit cards because they told us, okay, let's do this for $5,000. Okay, let's do this for $2,000. Everything was money, money, money.
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't give me anything in return other than a couple classes and a lot of pieces of paper to read through that. I never even opened a book. So I found Jimmy through Facebook, and I started seeing how he started helping people and making sure they get what they need, and it was all for free. Everything was for free. So I started asking him questions and started to be a pain in the butt probably to him asking so many questions.
Yeah.
But he gave it to me all for free, and I was like, well, gee, what do you want in return? And what he told me was to see me succeed. And that got to my heart because nobody cares if I succeed except for me. But I have a mentor that does, because every time I got down, if a month went by and I didn't get a deal, I started getting down on myself and saying I was going to fail at this. And him as my mentor picked me right back up, called me on the phone and picked me right back up and told me, don't quit. You're going to succeed. And he keeps on telling me that. And that's what most people need to hear, because this is hard, especially if you want to speed it up, go fast. Yeah, slow yourself down, because you need to learn. And by his modules, I have learned, and by his advice, I was scared to death to call somebody on the phone. I was scared I was going to answer their questions wrong. He offered to do cold calling. I thought, what is this strange man doing? But he is what you really call a mentor. And I'm telling you, you guys won't ever feel that you're alone when he's on your side. And that's where I've been ever since. And I do sponsor what he does because it does work. And he's really serious about making you succeed. These classes that he lists here, they're basically helping you get started. It's not like the people just standing in front of the screen and basically what other mentors do that they call themselves mentors. They give you all the classes and they say, you're on your own. No, you're not on your own with Jimmy. He's right there. He's a phone call away or a text away. So that's why I say he's above all of them, because he never gives up on you and he never stops. He just keeps going. You can tell by all the videos that he's been making. He's continuously on Facebook. I don't think he even lives. He doesn't have a social life. His social life is helping us. So that's why I devote myself to real estate, because I know that I'm not alone, never alone.
Wow.
So.
Wow. I don't know what to say after all that. I hope I hope nobody says, did Jimmy pay you to say all that? And
no, see, I'm real. You can see my dogs in the background. You can see my messy house. I'm real.
Yeah.
I'm not a setup or anything like that. My dogs are moving.
But you know what, Lisa, I really appreciate you. And guys, I want to tell you something about Lisa. And I say this about all my students. Some of them are more committed than others. But when you see a student that believes in themselves and they invest their money, because that's one thing I want you to understand. When someone invests their hard-earned money into something, they have a vested interest in it. And so I'm a firm believer, my wife and I both, and Lisa knows my wife very well. We believe that if someone's paying for something, we want to go above and beyond to make sure that they get their value. And Lisa will tell you, when we first started this 2 months ago, it's taking form now, but it wasn't the best quality. So I did everything I had to do to invest, to get better tools and everything, because I want you to feel like, you know what, I'm getting what I'm paying for. And like to your point, most people don't want just a bunch of stuff and videos. Because I'm going to talk about the content, but what they really want is they want the connection to talk to someone who can walk them through it, to take them by the hand. And I understood by watching all the other guys out there, not to badmouth them, but that was one thing that was missing. And so the question came to me was, Jimmy, what are you going to do when you have 1,000 people you're training? Well, what I'm going to do is there'll be a certain segment of them that will talk to me directly. And eventually I'm going to have students, who are mentors as well, like Lisa, your prime candidate of someone they can get on the phone with. Like, guys, if you're listening to this and you're thinking, is this person going to help me? Yes, me or someone from my team is going to help you one-on-one. And you're not going to be out there with with all of my stuff by yourself, depending on what level you come in at. I'm telling you that right now because, that's the fabric of what we do. We're all about integrity. You know that. If I don't do it right, I try not to do it. And so that's one thing you have to understand. If you guys get this and it's not, you're not happy with it and you want a money back guarantee, we don't normally offer that, but I do offer it to people that ask me. Okay. So if you don't get what you feel you deserve, then you ask for your money back, because again, I value my name and my integrity more than making the money. And as you can see, that when you met me, everything was for free. My wife pulled me aside. She said, Jimmy, you have to find a way to charge for something for your time. So, and if I could still do it, let me just clear this up because this question came to me too. Jimmy, how are you able to do all this for free? And then how are you supporting yourself and all that? Well, I do real estate deals too. I do other things too. Okay. So when I was doing it for free, it was almost as if I felt like I need to prove myself to people that I'm not here to scam them. And the stuff I teach you, I did it myself. I'm not going to tell you I made a bunch of money and, didn't fall. And I had 100 deals that went down on me. I'm not exaggerating. Over a year's time, if you look at every deal that I put in, I would say about 100 of them failed. But then I had a few that went through. So I'm not going to tell you something that I don't live and not do myself. I think it's a phony person to do that, to tell, teach, and all that, and don't show you and be real with you. Okay. Lisa's really close to us. I mean, is everybody going to get that close? I'm not sure, but you know a lot about my wife and I, don't you?
Yeah.
You know, we like, but we don't. Okay, good.
Yes.
So, yeah. So, and I appreciate that because I can share that with you. I can trust you with that. And some of you who are listening, if you become a part of our team, we can build that rapport and trust. I would love to talk to you the same way. Well, with that being said, I'm going to get right into the modules. I'm going to talk about our program, a little bit about what you're going to get. And then I'm going to, and then we'll ask questions a little bit later. So one of the first things you're going to get, depending at the level that you come in at, the primary product that I have, it's a 12-month training module, a training series. And it's called How to Make 6 to 7 Figures as a Real Estate Wholesaler. All right, it's about 6 hours of content, very intense information. And it's not something you want to just brush through because some of you, you don't want to do multifamily. You want to do single family. Some of you, my last module, I talked about being someone who takes someone else's product and service as a real estate, a real estate affiliate marketer. And you take that product or service, if it's skip tracing or RVMs are good now, ringless voicemail services, or software products that help find property, you can go and joint venture with a big company and sell their product and make a commission. Some of you like to do that. Some of you don't want to go out and buy and sell property. But whatever you do, I have a module that teaches you how to do it. That's my point. And there are some people in this industry that make, high 6 figures, some 7 figures, if you just follow the methods that are in here. But what I want to do is go over some things. I'm going to talk about what you get. So let's talk about the first 6 modules. The first one's called Multifamily 101. Okay. Everything you need to know about the laws that govern multifamily. I talk about how to put a property under contract. I talk about how to find a good off-market deal, how to build a list. You can't do what everybody else is doing and find a good buyer. I also talk about, if you find one multimillionaire buyer here, your life can change dramatically. You don't need 100 buyers. So I get ecstatic when I see people in groups saying, I got 200 buyers. If you have 200 legitimate buyers, why are you still on Facebook, right? All you need is one. You need one multimillionaire buyer that will go and buy and say, Jimmy, I'll take a property from you every 2 or 3 months. One property can make you $1 million. It really can. Number 2, I talk about real estate affiliate marketing. I just talked about that. And Lisa is one of my affiliates as well. How you can make a ton of money taking other people's products. You wanted to say something, Lisa, or no?
Yeah, it's just also with multifamily, he also tells you on what to look for when you're looking for a multifamily, which is very important because I didn't know anything about that.
Okay.
So it gives you more detail on how to look for a multifamily, what cash buyers are looking for in a multifamily. So that's very important.
Okay.
And he told you also how do the figures and do the cap rate. I didn't even know what a cap rate was. And I took a big $5,000 class. Didn't know what a cap rate was.
Really?
Okay. He comes out with these classes and they end up teaching me that. And I'm like, what? What's cap rate? So you will learn a lot from his classes more than, I mean, he's sitting there talking to the classes. It's not just some robot. It's not just some screen that you're staring at. He's sitting here talking about everything with you. And then if you have any questions after the video, you can either email him or text him, whatever time of the hour it is, and he'll get back to you on any questions. But these are really good classes and very detailed.
And Lisa, you know what? The reason I know what to say and what to ask is because, again, I had somebody take me by the hand and he said, listen, Jimmy, you know, when you're looking at a deal, these are the primary things to look for. You know, if it's not cap rate, if it's not the occupancy rate, or if it doesn't have any added value, that's not going to be a good deal. Okay. And you know, some of the big time mentors or gurus, they take some information and they hold it because they don't want to give you everything because they want to keep you coming back. And I realize that's not fair. So when you have a hands-on mentor who wants you to make money because we make money together, why would I keep that from you? I want you to know how to make money, right? Well, if you don't know what a good cap rate is, you'll be spinning your wheels thinking it's a big property, it's nice, it looks good, but if the cap rate's 5%, any wise investor wouldn't buy that.
Nope.
Whether it's the north or the south, right?
Yeah.
But you know that. I'm happy you know that. Okay.
Yes, I learned a lot from them, and I didn't. It's not a thing that says, "Oh, I'll give you a piece of the seminar, and then you have to pay another $1,000 for the rest." That was my stunt for my gurus that I went through. That I paid $5,000, and then they said, "Oh, to get more, you have to pay another $1,000."
That's horrible.
And that's the thing is you buy these classes, you're part of its membership, and that the membership is where you should be because you get him like this and he'll sit here and talk and answer all your questions. If you just buy the classes, it's okay.
Right.
You'll learn a lot. You could always ask him questions, but the one-on-one mentoring is the bomb. I'm telling you, I love what he did to my company. I love what his wife did to my website and everything. And I put that in the email that I sent to all of you that she built me a website and everything. You should check it out because if you don't invest in your company, you're not going to make anything. You can't make something for just getting things free all the time. I found out that a long time ago. So you have to invest in you. You have to invest in your company.
Wow.
This is minimal. I mean, this is nothing on what I paid. I wish I found Jimmy a long time ago. I'm not just saying that. I did spend a lot of money on everything, and they're not as good as his classes. And everybody that he vets, you're not going to get ripped off. I also used his people for credit repair. And he's got a great team behind him because they upped my credit score 66 points already.
Oh, wow. Woo.
Yes. I didn't tell you that, but I told you they upped it 66 points already.
That's fantastic.
And she's not even done.
That's fantastic.
So you have a great team behind you, and that's why I stand behind you, or I wouldn't stand behind you.
I know you wouldn't.
I got scammed by so many people already and everything. But the mentorship the number 5 here, the mentorship is wonderful. Tells you that, you got to cut your pride. A lot of the wholesalers that I see, they sit there and they'll tell me, oh, I don't want to JV you. You give your own people, you give your own cash buyers this deal and you get your own money from them. Well, that's not people you want to deal with. You need mentorship to form a team even the team building to tell you how to do it. You need to form a team that's going to help you, not hurt you. And whether that takes, free advertisement or paid advertisement, don't be afraid of investing in yourself because it will pay off at the end. Real estate, you can see all these brokers, you can see all these people making millions of dollars. It happens with me because I know Jimmy's going to get me there.
No, that's okay. Yeah, but your drive and your motivation. And you being open-minded to what we're doing, Lisa, there's nothing you can't have. I'm just a coach to help you get there. You know what I mean? Like, I tell people, I want you to supersede me. I want you to be a billionaire. I want you to take it to the next level because, you know, as you know, I always say this, my wife and I are not fulfilled by people just joining and paying. Mm-hmm. The fulfillment comes when their lives are, your life's changed. You can say, you know what? I got enough money to put my kids through college, or this job is killing my back. My back's hurting. I'd rather be home sitting out on my laptop. And you get a deal done, it's, you know, whatever it's worth. And you can say, you know what? I'm firing my boss today. You know what I mean? Or you could help a family member out of some debt or something. To me, that's going to give us the fulfillment to be able to sleep at night. So it's not just a mentoring program where we have a ton of people we're talking to. If you guys don't get deals done or things, it's not worth it to any of us. And my fulfillment is not there. So thank you for sharing all that. My gosh, man, you're teaching it better than I am.
Well, right? It's just what you have to set goals on what you want out of your life. And you've always told me that. My goal is to go on vacation a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Other people's goal, like I told you, is to get cars and houses and stuff like that.
That's not you.
I want my family time. That is the biggest treasure for me in the world.
Wow.
And that's what I want you to help me do. And
Absolutely.
You're helping me all along the way. I mean, you're doing it step by step. Even these, I'm up to like 7 on the REOs and everything. Yeah. And I'm taking my time through it. I'm also viewing these 2 to 3 times. Once you get these videos, it's not like they're going to cut you off the website.
Right.
You know, you get these videos, you can download them to your Google and you can have them anytime you want and view them anytime you want. Even right before you make a deal. Say you're going to make a deal tomorrow and you're nervous. Let's go back and listen to Jimmy because his voice himself is motivated enough for you to get out. Like when I have to make those, he asked me if I was ready to make some cold calls by myself. And I did.
Yeah, you did.
What I did is I listened to the videos first, you telling me and you motivating me, and then I got on and I made some cold calls.
Really?
You have to do that. You have to get motivation from your mentors. Whether you have 1 or 10, it doesn't matter. You have to get motivation because this job is hard, and everybody's saying it is. If anybody tells you get rich fast, which was this that I went to, it's not a get rich fast. You have to put money in, and we're trying to make it as minimal as possible. So, and he can always give you free advice and just join, if you join his team, you get mentoring, to the point that he goes up and beyond. So
and I love doing that.
That's a problem. He's sick. He really loves doing it.
I'm sick. Right, exactly. Exactly. I have an obsession for it. I really do.
He does. He's obsessive. If you put down anywhere that you feel that you're having a bad day, this guy's right on the phone. Like, what's going on, Lisa? What happened?
And Lisa, you're not the only one.
It's priceless.
And
I know you do it to other people because they post on there too. So I'm not the only one bragging about you.
No.
And everything. So I respect you in the highest way, and I
respect you too.
All that you did. And with these classes, I hope everybody gets out of what I got out of these classes. But you have to spend time in the classes. Don't just view these videos and go through them and say, "Whoop, I'm done."
Right. Exactly.
You really, to get it in your brain, you really need to view it a few times.
Wow. Well, I respect you too. And again, I feed from you guys' energy, because if I told you as a mentor and a coach, I don't wake up sometimes and I feel like I'm down, I don't want to go. I always have to look in the mirror or look at my vision, just pretend this is my vision here because I have it written down. I have to pick it up and look at it every day. And I have to realize something. I'm doing this for the sake of others. My life is impacting them. And I got to move because it's not about me. It's about the vision. And there's sometimes I don't want to get out of bed sometimes. I have to work at 18 hours a day. For the last 3 or 4 days, my wife and I are going to bed about 5 o'clock. Why? Because we're on a mission. We're trying to put together our infrastructure so that, we can work smart and not hard, and make everything accessible and easy to understand. That's one thing about these kind of programs. If they're too confusing, I notice newbies tend to give up, and we don't want them giving up. We don't want them doing that. So you got to keep it simple, and where, we're reachable. That's the reason we want to reach out to you and take you by the hand, because you can see it. You could see somebody with a good video and good content, but they'd be thinking inside, I can't do that, because they've never done it before. And Lisa said to me, just help me with a few calls. I said, listen, I'll help you with 100 calls, but I want you to be able to get on the phone and have the confidence, no matter what they say to you, you know what you got to say, you know, the tone and inflection, and just, and the way, here's a key. The way to conquer fear is action. You just have to do it because it's just not going to go away. And after a while, you got it. And so, you know, these other 6 here, like she said, list building, REOs, aggressive vetting, software revolution. This is the future here for you know, you guys want to do virtual wholesaling. You got to understand software, because the software, without the right software, it's hard to find out what's going on in Beverly Hills. Okay, because virtual wholesaling is literally you're sitting down, you look over there in that city with the software, and there could be someone living in Beverly Hills, and you have the upper hand because you have the software to find the property. By the time they go driving for dollars, guess what? You have 10 properties under contract. And so all these things here, I learned by virtue of just getting out there and just, you know, tapping into other mentors showing me, because I'm just duplicating what I heard. And that's what mentorship really is. That's why you'll be a good candidate, Lisa, because
with the software, I like to warn them, there is pros and cons to each software.
Absolutely.
Okay, so I've demoed them and I've paid for them, and I've
Some
tried to
good, some bad.
find. I'm still not really sure. One software, I just checked my mail today. All return mails.
Oh, really?
Oh, sorry. All return mails. This is a lot of. Sorry, my camera is acting funny here.
That's okay. That's okay.
But there's a lot of. Look how many I got returned.
Really?
This is from one mailing. This sucks.
I'm sorry to hear that.
So be careful on what software. I'm not going to mention the software. I don't want to down anybody. But I definitely am not paying for that software anymore, because I found out their mailing list. Yeah, that's only half of it. I got another half in the box.
Okay.
So be careful when you're buying software. The maximum I would have spent was like $100 a month, $150 a month.
Really?
Just to get a list and stuff. But if it's $150 a month.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you just heard it firsthand, guys. And what I teach is,
be careful.
Especially if you're a newbie and you're trying to save money, because saving money is just like making money. If you lose $100 a month, that's money you could put into an investment. Okay. And so, Lisa, I'm sorry that you went through that, but hopefully with our, and I'm going to tell you guys, everything you see me talking about, I do due diligence on it. You know, even with our program right now, if something's not right, I will tell the team, well, this particular product or service is not right. We're going to find a way to fix it. But I tell people, don't go spending $500 or $1,000 in something. If you know what I mean, make sure, here's the thing. Don't invest in any amount of money that you can afford to lose. Don't invest that. Okay. And only invest what you can afford to lose. And Lisa, we have a better program coming out with something to do with the softwares. I'll tell you more about it on another call. Okay. We're going to talk more about it. Okay. So I'm wrapping up now. We only got like 15 more minutes left here. So the first, and I'm going to share this with you, team. This is the most common one that we have. Depending on where you are. All right. You get, you get all of the modules, and on the website, you're going to get one module for the month. That's how the website works. You get one 20-minute session with me. Okay. Or email session with me. And it's called the gold level. Okay. It's $99 a month. Or if you pay for the year, it's $9.99. Now Lisa talks to me all the time. So, you know, obviously, you know, you're at the highest level. You're at the diamond level.
This is not my level.
Okay, exactly.
I gab way too much, and I want my business to succeed. So the more I put into it, the more I'm going to get it.
Yeah. And I, you know what, but I love talking to you all the time, because anyone at the diamond level, they're very serious about their business. So if you're on a budget, you know, you want to be right here. Okay.
Yep.
And this is the one that Lisa's at, you know, it's unlimited monthly membership by appointment only, because I have a calendar, because, you know, if I don't have that calendar, I mean, we wouldn't have any structure. We wouldn't have any infrastructure or nothing. Right.
He doesn't have a calendar. He also has a thing that you can log in and book appointments with him.
Oh, that's right.
Okay, I did it just for fun.
Did you?
Because we had a appointment already, me and you.
Okay.
And I said, no, I want to book Jimmy. I want to see how this is. You can easily book him.
That's good.
And I love that word that's in capital. It says unlimited. I like that word.
You like that word?
Yes, because that's what I want. I want an unlimited amount of time for a mentor. If I have a deal going on, I want to be able to find you.
Exactly.
If I have to hunt you down, I want to be able to find you.
Exactly.
I need you when I need you.
Exactly.
And that's why I came in at this level. I want my business to succeed.
Absolutely.
Can't afford it right away, just go ahead and take the 99. And believe me, 20 minutes on the phone with Jimmy, he'll get to the point. He's not going to discuss like personal stuff for that 20 minutes. He's going to discuss business stuff.
Absolutely.
Unlike with me, sorry.
Absolutely. And there are times where if it's 20 minutes, I'll go, if I don't have an appointment right after, I'll go half an hour, 45 minutes because, because, half an hour, focusing on what the problem is. If you can't fix the problem in that amount of time, then you may need to figure out a different strategy or something else, because you should be able to get to the point and find out what the problem is. So sometimes somebody needs me for an hour and a half, 2 hours, depending on what it is. But we're gonna dig and dig and dig until we find it. And I think, like you said, this is probably the best level. This is the best value. So if you guys, some people want to pay $249 a month, that's fine. But if you want to save money for $19.97, you can pay one time, and it's the best value. That's why.
Okay, and this is only $249 for just him.
Mm-hmm.
It's for the modules. It's for the mentorship. It's for the software discounts.
Mm-hmm.
We get Craigslist software that you keep on talking about.
Yeah.
He's coming out with a newsletter.
Right.
He's coming out with a lot of little other stuff that he told me that I can't tell you, but I'm excited about it. But there's things at this level that he's going to give you more than any other person's going to give you, because I paid $5,000 in one shot, or
oh man,
is like $249 is like chump change.
It hurts
but some people don't
grand.
have it. Some people just don't have it, and he makes the options for you, and that's what I like about him. But this $249 is not only for the modules and the mentorship. He gives you a lot more. You get the back office that has a lot of stuff.
And I'm going to show the back office in a minute.
Yeah, he gives you a chore. I found out. You have to read a book.
An assignment.
An assignment. Well, I call it a chore. That's what my kids would call it. So you're giving us a chore to do monthly.
Because you know why? Because basically, when you're at that level, I tell people you're only going to grow as a millionaire or a billionaire at the extent that by virtue of how much you grow your mind. And so, Tony Robbins is one of my, I would say, master distant millionaires. Millionaire mentors, like from a distance. When I say that, I mean I listen to him, I follow him, and he said one of the greatest things he learned was the power of reading books, because he read over 700 books in about a year. He said what that did to him. He said it taught him how to work with people, how to deal with people, how to deal with situations. Because your brain. I mean, most of us, we don't use 10% of it, but when you grow yourself, you have more confidence. You'll be able to understand how money works and things like that. You can be in real estate all day long and do deals, but not really understand like a wealthy person. So at this level, I challenge Lisa and other people to be even greater. If you're making $100,000 a year, challenge yourself to get to $500,000 a year, but you have to grow as a person. Your business is going to grow like you grow, right?
Exactly.
So we're almost done, and I'm gonna give them a sneak peek of the back office. Okay.
Very nice. He shaped it up really good.
Oh, I did. Yeah. Well, my lovely wife and her entire team did all that. Yeah, she did a good job. So okay. So number 3, if you don't really want to get any mentorship, and I highly advise that if you can't, if I were you, I probably would stay away from this one if you need to talk to me. But if you don't, you want to just pay $49 per month, you can. And you'll get access. You'll be able to log in and get access to each module of the month. If you pay for the entire year for $4.99, you get a little discount, and you'll get all 12 sent to you, and that's good content. If at any time you purchase this down here, and you want to get me one-on-one, like Lisa said, I'll do occasionally. I'll still do a session with you, just because you're part of what we're doing. Because I'm not the kind of guy. Again, I've never been driven by the money part of this. I've been driven by the production that you guys, by what you guys are going to produce.
Close my door because.
Sure, no problem. You're fine. And while she's doing that, I'll just keep going here. Okay. And as you can see, this is what our Facebook page looks like here. We have all types of people in our group from all walks of life. I actually have a guy, one of my students, his name is Clive Jukes. He's an older guy, and he's, in a lot of ways, he kind of, he mentors, he has his own mentoring coaching program. And Clive is very successful. He's from, he's from the UK, and I do a lot of joint venture stuff with him. But he told me, he said, Jimmy, I still can use your mentorship programs. And he's been with me for 5 months now. Clyde has been faithfully with me, and didn't talk very often, but I talk to him on Facebook. But he's, again, he's a little older, and he mentors me in a lot of ways. Just because you mentor someone doesn't mean they can't mentor you back. So we're all about being a student of real estate. Like I said, I have about 8 mentors myself today. And some of my students, they help me back. They help me. Okay. So what is mentoring? Everything you see here, okay? Mentoring helps you set goals. It gives you direction. Mentors are supposed to give you advice, motivation, coaching, training, and support. And it's ultimately going to lead you where? Right here. Okay? Absolutely. That's with football or basketball or anything. You have to have someone that could bring the best out of you. You know, Michael Jordan was great, but until Phil Jackson, the coach, came and said, hey, listen, you know, you need Scottie Pippen. You got to run this triangle offense or you're not going to win 6 championships. And when Michael Jordan said, man, Chicago, yeah, exactly. Chicago Bulls, like he went 6 or 7 years and he kept getting the crap beat out of him by Larry Bird. You know, Larry Bird had a great team in Boston, of course. And he came to Boston. He scored 63 points on Larry Bird, but Larry Bird said, I'm going to beat you. And Jordan said, you know what? It's a team effort. Larry Bird had the better team. He might have been a better player, but Larry Bird could shoot and get any shot he wanted, but he got his team involved and he had a good coach. And the Celtics won like 3 championships. In the 80s, 4 champions, something like that. Michael Jordan had to wait till the 90s because he had to get a coach. He had to humble himself and learn to play in a system. That's the power of mentorship. Same thing with Kobe Bryant. You know, you guys know the story. Phil Jackson went out to LA and Kobe got 5 championships. Now, those 2 guys, Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan, they had 2 of the biggest egos ever because they were great players. But a coach helps you with the ego. It's okay to have an ego if you keep the ego in check because you need a little arrogance. That, you know, when I say arrogance, I mean that arrogance needs to be turned into confidence, not arrogance. It can't stay there because arrogance can hurt you. And that's what coaching does. It puts the arrogance in check, turns it into confidence, and then you got to be able to work as a team. So what am I doing with Lisa? Lisa's great. She knows what she's doing. But my job is to say, hey, Lisa, this is how we got to do it over here. You know, if you have some ideas, that's great. But let's work together. And then I'm going to try to put her in a system because systems can fail, but they have a less probability of failing than you would as an individual. And that's why we do mentoring. Okay. I'm in a system myself right now. And that's what's keeping me from failure, really. All right. And so if those 2 guys can do it, we can do the same thing. Okay. Module, I was going to say module. It's not a module, but number 4, you could actually buy the modules individually. Okay. As an a la carte. What that means is, you know, say, hey, listen, Jimmy, I want to know about multifamily. So you would buy the 1 module. And, you know, you're not going to be in the back office where you're looking at us, you know, you get to see what's going on month to month. You just buy the module and we'll send it to you via email, and it's $79 to get that. Okay. And I put these pictures in here to show you guys the lifestyle of some people. Some people want this. If you look at this guy, he looks like, you know, he's like, man, you know what? I like my house, but I like my cars around me. You see these cars? Man, my wife, you know, she likes this here. This is a Maserati, I believe. Isn't that a Maserati? Maserati, the Bentley. I like the Bentley. This is my car here. And this looks like this looks like a what do you call that? Lamborghini or whatever. But some people like all of this. I mean, you know, I like nice cars too. But most of us, this is Lisa. This is, am I right?
Yes.
You want the liberty? Yeah, you want the freedom. You want to be able to say, you know, I feel comfortable. I'm not stressed. Mm-hmm. I'm living my best life. Because 2 of the things about success people forget: if you make the money and you don't have the peace of mind, okay, and you don't have if you don't have residual income, because residual income creates peace of mind. Mm-hmm. And real estate, depending on how you do it, you can build a business where, you know, whether you work next month or not, the money's still coming in. Most people want this lifestyle, and we teach you how to do that. You got to do that. You can only do it through residual income, investing, having multiple streams of income working for you, because just being a regular wholesaler is not going to do it. That's why this program is different than most of the other ones. All right. But Lisa saw this inspired you, didn't it?
Yes, it did.
Yeah, I know.
You know, and I love my family time. I can't.
Yeah, look at this.
It's priceless to me.
Absolutely. Look at these 2 little girls. I mean, yep. You know, when the girls grow up and they're adults, you don't spend that time's gone. You can make $1 million and lose it tomorrow and make it again. But time, if you lose 10 or 15 years with your girls,
yep, they're gone. Yeah.
You have to think about that.
Mine is 10 and 16, so I need to enjoy what I can of them.
You really do. Look at this family. Look at that.
Yep.
Priceless. That's me and Arlene. We don't have any kids yet, my wife and I, but
yes.
we have about 15 spiritual kids, but we're thinking about maybe having a baby or 2. So all of you guys who are listening, you know, my wife and I, we grind hard, but we play hard as well. But this is lifestyle. This is what I want you to look at. Smile. Jamaica. Yes. We are going to Jamaica. Okay. But look at this guy. Look at him. He loves his
We should
cars.
have the conference in Jamaica.
We should, shouldn't we? Yeah. Well, hey, listen, you never know. If you guys are listening, you become a part of this. We are having a conference. We were supposed to have one in Miami in 2020, and we're having one in February of 2020 in Atlanta, Georgia. But Lisa, you got any ideas? Let us know, okay?
Yep.
But look at this. Look at this guy. He's like, man, I got all my cars. But most people don't want that. Most people want this, okay? Don't forget it.
Everybody has their dreams. So
Exactly. And my job is, yeah. I'm sorry.
They have to definitely get their dreams, and you can't get it by just sitting there doing nothing.
Correct.
And just saying that, oh, I got scammed once, and now I'm going to crawl underneath my desk. Believe me, I got scammed in my other business that I'm running to.
See?
And if I didn't find a mentor in the suburbs of Chicago that took me and said, hey, you could do this,
really?
I wouldn't have owned a business for 20 years right now.
Wow,
Very
really?
successful business. So that business was a get-rich-fast newspaper ad that I lost $500 right out the door.
Really? Huh.
And I had to find mentors to help me because I wasn't going to give up. I just had the baby. And I said, I'm not going to let others raise my kid.
That's good.
And I kept going at it. Seen my first client, didn't even know what a form was that I had to fill out. Didn't even know.
Really?
Somehow God got me, gave me the client.
Really? Fantastic.
And I took off from there. So that's what I figure I'm going to do with real estate. Once I really get myself educated, and I'm not educated enough. I never am. But I could get myself educated enough to succeed in this business. I'm going to take right off and blow everybody away.
Do you guys hear that?
That's just what kind of confidence I have. I did it in one business. I could do it in another. And I could run two businesses at one time because I'm a woman. I could do that.
You could do that. You women are pretty awesome. You know what? Again, you have such an inspiring story. And I want everybody to listen here and hear from someone who's in this with me. She has her own business, successful, but she had the tenacity, the wherewithal, the fortitude. These are the words I always use. I call it stickability. That's two words I put together. The ability to stick. Okay. The persistence. All right. The grit to say, you don't tell me what I can't do. All right. And when you have that mentality, nothing is going to beat you. No matter how many times you fail. Failing is a learning curve because you fail forward. And I like what you did. You said, you know what, a mentor helped you. So you acknowledge the mentor, what they did. And see that when you acknowledge like that, the blessings come and good things come. And one day you'll be able to impart that to someone else. That's what mentoring is all about.
Oh, I was very grateful because she recently was sick.
Okay.
And I was trying to help her out as much as I can. And that was all for free.
That's fantastic.
And everything.
Money can't put a price. You can't put a price on that.
No. Let's put it like this. I'm not a rich person, nor do I want to be really rich and snobby or anything. Yeah. This is my life. My life is pictures on the wall. My life is all that.
Beautiful.
I love my life.
But that is rich. But to you, that's rich because you're rich in quality.
Those pictures on the wall of vacations that I took is worth $1 million.
Fantastic.
Because my family couldn't give me this, and I'm giving my boys what I can.
Oh, wow. So
that's why I want to make more money in real estate, and that way I can give everything to them.
Well, guys, there you go. There you go. And the best way for me to kind of share with you and show you what we're all about is to bring someone on who's doing it. And she's made money before she met me, and she's going to make tons of money later on in life. But, we have a long-term vision together to help her make tons of money with real estate, as an affiliate marketer, she doesn't really want to do too much wholesaling. She wants to buy and hold and do fix and flip and eventually maybe do some big multifamily deals that have residual income, like, hotels and those kind of things. You're going to watch us firsthand because I'm going to constantly post videos on her success as we advertise and market together. But I want to do that with you, okay?
Yep. We want to bring you on the team. We want more people on our team. We want to work together with everybody. It's no favoritism. He is as much devoted to every one of his members.
Absolutely.
And if you keep on calling him and bugging him, that's how you get the most of the membership. If you come in on a $249, it's unlimited. Yes. Use that word. Actually abuse it.
Yeah. Because some people don't believe it. They think, how can it be unlimited? Well, as I told you, we're growing at a rapid rate. So I'm able to get on the phone at will. I mean, if you set an appointment with me, but again, we can talk and text. You have my number. But when we get to 200 and 300 people, then I'm going to bring on other people to help me with this. But it's still going to be personable. We're going to be able to get on the phone with you or email us, and it's going to be one-on-one. It's not me, you, and 5 other people. It's just us, or you and Lisa. So someone who understands what we're doing and understands the vision. We want you on our team. And again, I'm going to recommend that you come in at a level where we can talk. Okay. Yes. With that being said, I think we're done, Lisa. And
okay,
what we're going to do is you did a great job, and thank you for joining.
Thank you for inviting me. I love telling people my story because I want to make them succeed too. Because awesome. In my other business, I help people succeed. In this business, I want them to succeed too. They always can come right along with me.
That's fantastic.
We could all take a big vacation together and celebrate this stuff.
Do you guys hear that? So what you need to do now is, you need to either you can, there's a couple things you can do. If you like what you heard, okay, you can follow up with Lisa directly. Lisa, if you're okay with that, you can give them your phone number so they can call you. Okay.
It is 847-558-2882. Okay. Mm-hmm. And I will also send you guys out another message about that. You can call me anytime. I will pick up the phone. If you want to send me a text, if you're kind of shy away from talking to me, you can send me a text and I'd be happy to answer you. I'm glued to my phone basically, so I will be happy to help you, get you going in all these classes, get you started in wholesaling if that's what you want. I'll get you started in affiliate marketing if that's what you want. I'll help you. Same like Jimmy, we'll both help you succeed. We want you part of our team. We want you to succeed in this business. Don't listen to people that just say, you're never going to make it. I had my husband telling me that I was going to make it. Now he's kissing my butt as we're divorced. So I don't listen to anybody tell you can't make it. Wow. If you are a person that wants to succeed, you will succeed at what you want. I'm not faking. I've made it, and I'm telling you, I'm living proof of somebody that fought really hard, took every criticism in a book, got rid of a lot of people on Facebook that was negative, just to get my life up and running. And that's what you got to do. You got to keep your focus.
What a story.
If your focus is kids and making the best life for your kids, so maybe they won't have to work as hard as you do. Focus on that. Put your kids right in front of you. I got tons of pictures everywhere of my kids. Wow. They are right in my face everywhere. If that's what your focus is, that's fine. When you get something that hurts you in a doctor's office, say you get shots, they tell you, make a focus point.
Yeah.
I just got a tattoo. They say, make a focus point. I found a focal point in everything I've done in my life. And that's what you got to do. Sometimes my focus point is staring at Jimmy and telling him, mentor me because I need help right now. I need inspiration right now. And he does. So that,
I really enjoy it.
If your screen is this screen that you're seeing now is going to mentor you, see it on your desktop. Make you see it every day. And that way, when you see this screen, to book your appointment with Jimmy and do the mentoring because it's well worth your time. It's
amazing.
Well worth it.
Wow. Well, thank you. What I'm going to do is, since Lisa is the one that, she came on here and took the time and she's a part of our elite level package, the diamond level, she has the ability to give out unlimited vacations and dining vouchers and hotel savings cards. So you become a part of the team. That's one of the things that you can do. I'm going to allow her to give out. Well, not allow her. I can't allow her because she's paying for it. She's going to give you guys, if you pick up the phone and call right now, and do a consultation, just talk to her about the program. We will give you a free vacation to either Cancun or Vegas or one of our destinations. But Cancun and Vegas are our two top. We've given away over 5,000 free vacations. Yes. You'll be responsible for your own taxes, but just like anything else, is very, very. It's a very good vacation. Trust me. Who's going to give you 3 to 4 days and all you paying is the taxes? I had like 3,000 people so far who got Bali, Indonesia. Bali, for 4 days in Bali, it's about $1,500. All they paid is $90 for the actual, the taxes, because it's like $19 a day. Yep. And they just have to pay for the ticket. So pick up the phone and call. And, and again, Just try it out. See how you like it. All right. You have a wonderful team here. And this young lady right here, she's going to make sure that you succeed. And so am I. Okay. With that being said, we'll see you at the top. Take care.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye. Thanks, Lisa.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.